There are secret cults that have shaped history from the shadows, and few are as mysterious as Mithraism, a religion of initiates that influenced empires, secret societies, and even Christianity. In this video, we'll explore the enigmatic cult of Mithras, its hidden rituals, its deep connection to astrology, and the mysteries behind its symbolism. We'll uncover how this secret belief spread through the Roman Empire, becoming the faith of soldiers, aristocrats, and powerful leaders before vanishing into obscurity. Stick around until the end to discover how the legacy of Mithraism is still alive today, hidden in plain sight within traditions you may never have suspected. To truly understand Mithraism, we must go back to its ancient origins in Zoroastrianism, one of the oldest known religions. Emerging in Persia, Zoroastrianism was based on a dualistic view of the cosmos, where two opposing forces, Ahura Mazda, the god of light and truth, and Ahriman, the spirit of darkness and chaos, were locked in an eternal struggle. In this system, Mithras was seen as a divine intermediary, a protector of cosmic order who fought against the forces of evil. Many scholars believe Mithraism was a breakaway sect of Zoroastrianism, much like Gnosticism was to Christianity. Unlike the mainstream Zoroastrian faith, which was highly structured and focused on public rituals, Mithraism became an esoteric and initiatory tradition, meant for a select group of followers. The priests of Zoroastrianism, known as the Magi, were not just religious figures. They were scholars, mystics, and early astronomers. They studied the stars, celestial cycles, and mathematical patterns, believing that the universe followed a grand cosmic design. To the Magi, fire was a sacred symbol of divine wisdom, and temples were built around eternal flames that never went out. They believed that human destiny was linked to the movements of the stars, and that the soul had to pass through multiple reincarnations before reaching a state of ultimate purification. This mystical knowledge, combined with astrology, sacred geometry, and numerology, was deeply embedded in their worldview. The zodiac, in particular, played a central role. The Magi believed that the cosmos was structured according to the 12 signs of the zodiac, and that human fate was dictated by the alignments of celestial bodies. However, when these teachings spread beyond Persia, they began to evolve. The spread of Zoroastrian ideas into Greece, Egypt, and Rome brought new layers of symbolism, blending Persian beliefs with local mystery traditions. As the Roman Empire expanded eastward, it absorbed many spiritual traditions from conquered lands. Mithraism, once a Persian doctrine, became a Roman mystery religion, adopting new symbols and rituals that made it distinct from its Zoroastrian roots. One of the most significant transformations was the secrecy surrounding its practices. Unlike other state-approved Roman cults, Mithraism was highly exclusive, only allowing entry to those who underwent complex initiation rites. These initiations took place in underground temples known as Mithraea, where followers engaged in symbolic rituals, oaths, and tests of endurance to ascend through different levels of enlightenment. Mithraism also became deeply connected with the Roman military. The Roman legions, stationed in far-off provinces, adopted Mithras as their protector and divine guide. His image as a warrior deity who slayed the cosmic bull resonated with soldiers who saw their own struggles reflected in his mythic battle against chaos. But despite its influence and secretive nature, Mithraism would ultimately be suppressed as Christianity rose to dominance. Many of its symbols and rituals, however, did not disappear entirely. Some were absorbed into later esoteric traditions, secret societies, and even elements of Christian iconography. Was it simply a warrior's faith, meant to instill discipline and devotion among Roman soldiers? Or did it contain deeper, hidden knowledge, a lost wisdom passed down through ancient mystery schools? Mithraism was not just a religion, it was a mystery cult, meaning its teachings were kept hidden from the uninitiated and only revealed through secret rituals. Unlike the grand temples of other Roman deities, Mithraic ceremonies took place in underground sanctuaries called Mithraea, small, dimly lit spaces that mimicked the cave where Mithras was said to have performed his cosmic sacrifice. These underground temples were meant to symbolize a spiritual descent into the depths of the earth, a journey that initiates had to undertake before achieving enlightenment. At the heart of Mithraic belief was the legend of Mithras and the sacred bull. According to the myth, Mithras was born from a rock, already fully formed and armed with a dagger. His divine mission was to capture and slay a great celestial bull, an act known as the Tauroctony. This was no ordinary sacrifice. It was a cosmic event. The bull's blood was believed to bring forth life, regenerating the universe and ensuring the balance of creation. To the followers of Mithras, this moment represented the eternal struggle between light and darkness, life and death, order and chaos. But this story was not just symbolic. It was reenacted in secretive initiation rituals that followers had to undergo to progress within the cult. Unlike public Roman religious practices, Mithraism was an elite and highly structured order, with its members passing through 7 degrees of initiation. These 7 levels were closely linked to the 7 celestial bodies known in antiquity. The first stage, Corax, Raven, was linked to Mercury, representing the humble role of a new initiate, a servant to the mysteries. Next was Nymphus, bridegroom, associated with Venus, symbolizing devotion and purification. The third stage, Miles, soldier, was connected to Mars, representing the warrior aspect of Mithras and absolute loyalty to the cult. The fourth level, Leo, was tied to Jupiter, the supreme god, where initiates underwent purification with honey and fire. Those who reached Perses, associated with the moon, gained access to the secret knowledge of the Magi. The sixth level, Heliodromus, linked to the sun, marked a transformation into a being of divine light. Finally, the highest rank was Pater, connected to Saturn, reserved for the spiritual leaders of the cult. Each level of initiation involved specific rituals, trials, and symbolic acts, testing the initiate's strength, loyalty, and spiritual readiness. The ultimate goal was to reach divine enlightenment and become one with Mithras. One of the most mysterious symbols of Mithraism was the Leontocephalus, or the lion-headed god. This figure, often depicted with a snake wrapped around its body, represented eternity, time, and destiny. Some interpretations suggest that the Leontocephalus symbolized the hidden forces of the universe, an entity beyond human understanding that held power over life and death. Others believe it was a representation of Ion, the god of infinite time, marking the passage of the soul through different cosmic cycles. Whatever its true meaning, the Leontocephalus remains one of the most cryptic and esoteric elements of Mithraism, reinforcing the idea that the cult held deeper, hidden knowledge reserved only for the highest initiates. For its followers, Mithraism was more than just a religion. It was a spiritual journey, a system of knowledge that allowed initiates to transcend the material world and align themselves with the cosmic forces of the universe. Through secrecy, rigorous trials, and complex symbolism, the cult promised its adherents a path to enlightenment, a way to escape the cycle of mortality and attain immortality alongside Mithras. The elements of Mithraism are not exclusive to this tradition. Many of its symbols and beliefs appear in other esoteric traditions, revealing deep interconnections between ancient religions and mystery cults. The image of Mithras as a solar deity bears a striking resemblance to figures like Apollo, Dionysus, Osiris, and even Jesus Christ. The sacrificial bull of Mithraism closely resembles the rituals in the cult of Dionysus, where sacred animals were slain as offerings to the gods. Similarly, the symbolism of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, was central in Rome and often intertwined with Mithraic worship. This theme of death, rebirth, and cosmic renewal is a pattern that echoes across various belief systems. The concept of ascending through the 7 planetary spheres is also not unique to Mithraism. It is found in Kabbalistic mysticism, particularly in Merkava traditions, where the soul is believed to travel through 7 celestial realms, each guarded by powerful angelic beings. This parallel suggests that Mithraic initiation rites may have symbolized a spiritual journey of the soul, a passage through cosmic layers leading to divine enlightenment. Even in early Christianity, traces of Mithraic symbolism can be found. The imagery of Jesus as the Son of Righteousness and his birth celebrated on December 25th align with the Natalis Solis Invicti, the Roman festival marking the rebirth of the sun. This overlap is not a coincidence. Christianity emerged in a period when Mithraism was widely practiced within the Roman Empire, and the adaptation of solar imagery into Christian iconography likely served as a bridge between pagan and Christian beliefs. Further evidence of this connection appears in late Roman synagogues, where solar chariots are often depicted, mirroring Helios, the Greek sun god, and by extension, Mithras himself. These shared motifs suggest that Mithraic influence persisted far beyond its decline, subtly shaping the development of later religious traditions and esoteric systems. There are ancient cults that seem to have disappeared from history, but in reality, they may have just gone underground, influencing the world's most powerful organizations from the shadows. One of the most mysterious and secretive of them all is believed to have left traces in Freemasonry, the Vatican, elite political groups, and even modern financial institutions. Some say that its symbols are hidden in plain sight, embedded in architecture, religious rituals, and corporate logos. Others believe that its followers never truly vanished, and that its ancient teachings are still being practiced by those who control the world today. Many researchers argue that Freemasonry carries direct remnants of this secret tradition. The 7 degrees of Mithraic initiation, where members ascended through different ranks, closely mirror the hierarchical structure of Masonic lodges. In both systems, initiates undergo secret rituals, progress through levels of enlightenment, and take oaths of silence about what they have learned. The underground Mithraea, where ancient followers conducted their mysterious ceremonies, bear an eerie resemblance to Masonic temples, both designed as hidden spaces meant only for those initiated into their knowledge. Some theorists even claim that Masonic handshakes and symbols originated from the cult's sacred rites, passed down through generations of secret societies. If true, then modern leaders, politicians, and corporate elites who belong to these groups may unknowingly, or deliberately, be continuing the traditions of an ancient mystery cult. Another controversial theory suggests that instead of being erased, this secret tradition was absorbed into the Catholic Church, shaping many of its core beliefs and rituals. One of the strongest pieces of evidence is the celebration of December 25th, a date originally sacred to the unconquered sun, closely associated with the cult's worship. Some historians believe that this was not a coincidence, but rather a deliberate effort by early church authorities to merge pagan traditions with Christian doctrine, making conversion easier for the Roman population. The ritualistic feasts, bread, and wine offerings practiced by Mithraic initiates resemble Christian Eucharistic traditions, and some claim that underground Mithraic temples still exist beneath the Vatican, hidden from public view. Could it be that one of the world's largest religious institutions secretly preserves the remnants of a lost mystery religion? Beyond religion, there are also theories that global elites continue to worship the same solar deities that were venerated in the ancient cult. The all-seeing eye, present in the Great Seal of the United States, Freemasonry, and corporate logos, may have originated from Mithraic iconography, specifically from the Leontocephalus, the lion-headed figure representing hidden wisdom and the passage of time. Some conspiracy researchers argue that the annual meetings of powerful figures at Bohemian Grove, where elaborate rituals are performed, are actually modern remnants of Mithraic rites, where a select group reenacts ancient ceremonies under the guise of political networking. If true, this could mean that the cult's influence has never truly faded, but rather evolved into a new, more sophisticated form. But perhaps the most bizarre connection comes from the planet Saturn. Some theorists claim that the hexagonal storm at Saturn's North Pole is a gateway, a possible stargate known to ancient civilizations. In Mithraic astrology, Saturn held a special place in esoteric teachings, representing time, cycles, and the limits of physical reality. Could this tradition's ancient followers have knowledge about the cosmos and interdimensional travel that modern science is only beginning to uncover? Some researchers suggest that secret societies today may still be guarding this knowledge, hidden behind layers of symbolism, waiting for the right moment to reveal it. If these theories are true, then the disappearance of this cult was nothing more than a grand illusion. Rather than fading into history, it may have morphed, infiltrated institutions, and influenced the beliefs and traditions of those who rule the world today. From the halls of power to the highest religious authorities, and even to the logos we see every day, the fingerprints of this ancient order may still be present. If these theories are true, then Mithraism never really disappeared. It simply went underground, hiding in secret societies, religious institutions, and elite circles. Its symbols, rituals, and beliefs may have been passed down through Freemasonry, the Vatican, and powerful organizations, shaping the world in ways we don't even realize. From December 25th to Masonic handshakes, from the all-seeing eye to elite gatherings, traces of this ancient cult seem to be everywhere. But is this just coincidence, or proof that an ancient order still operates in secret, guiding world events from the shadows? The truth may be hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. The next time you see a sun symbol, a secret handshake, or a reference to Saturn, ask yourself, is the Cult of Mithras still alive today? If you want to keep exploring the hidden knowledge of ancient mystery schools, secret societies, and esoteric wisdom, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, because there's much more to reveal.